All right, test 1 2 3. How are we doing? We're live. We should be, anyways. Let me know if you're seeing this in the chat. Oh, I forgot to hook up the chat. Hold on. Hold up. Settings. The whiz is plumb out the wazoo. That's why we're live. The whiz is out the wazoo. So we have decided to go live here. We've got a tornado warned storm moving into Westfield, Massachusetts right now. And that's what we are tuned into right here on this view from Boston, Maine, and live. So we've got a weather intensity score of 104 right now, and we expect that to kind of hover around there for a while because we've got a bunch of storms out there. Now, for a moment, we had several severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. At this point, we're about to be in a situation where we pretty much just have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. There is a chance that we are going to see more tornado warnings issued, but right now the main driving factor behind us going live is the massive amount of people that are under severe thunderstorm warnings out there. So this is what it looks like in New York City, New York, getting plumb smacked out there as a result of this severe thunderstorm warning that's nearby. Here you go. 5.2 million people are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning out there in Bergen County, New York, Essex County, New Jersey. And this also is, this includes Manhattan, Queens, Westchester, the whole nine here. And once again, this is what it looks like on the ground out there in New York City as we've got 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch in diameter hail moving through. Okay. Now we do have one tornado warning on the board currently. This is for Hampden and Hampshire counties in Massachusetts. It's got 9 minutes left on it. The rotation that is associated with this is a little bit broad. I don't think that they're actually going to continue this tornado warning, but they did actually just issue a new tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning over here for Franklin, Hampden, and Hampshire counties in Massachusetts. So that's that area of rotation coming over towards Springfield, Palmer, and Belchertown and places like that. Okay, so this is what it looks like in Westfield, Massachusetts right now, which is where that tornado warning currently is. And honestly, the rotating part of the storm is going over this area right now. So as you can see, I don't see a tornado there. It's certainly a storm. It might even be a pretty intense storm, but it's nothing too insane, that's for sure. So once again, if you're just now tuning in, we got a bunch of severe thunderstorms and tornado warnings going on out there. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for about 1 million people down here in Hudson County, New Jersey, Union County, New Jersey, and Richmond County in New York. Pretty intense storm coming in over here near New Brunswick. I wonder if we can see this one. What does this look like? A lot of the New Jersey cameras are down. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Once again, this is what it looks like in New York as that one storm's coming through. And then this is in Rockaway Beach, New York. A little bit of a nice view from a distance there. Look at all the people out on the beach. These severe storms are coming into the Rockaway Beach area. So if you are out over there, don't think you're good because we're talking about places north and west of here. The storm's going to continue to get more intense and move towards you. Look at this. So yeah, look at all the people out there. Yeah, so the big storm that's causing the severe thunderstorm warning for New Brunswick, this is like barreling down on this beach right now. We're going to be talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe even quarter-size hail hitting these people before you know it. Before you daggone know it. How you guys doing? It's been a while since we've live streamed. But once again, the weather intensity score has exceeded the wazoo. The whiz is out the wazoo, so we are live. And we'll remain on the air for as long as we're needed. And by the way, it's not just up here around New York City. We've also got some decent storms going on down here in North Carolina. We got Forsyth, North Carolina, under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is the Winston-Salem area. Also over here between Greensboro and High Point, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Guilford County, North Carolina. So you guys need to be getting indoors and staying away from windows. And we're going to see more storms like this move into Charlotte and Raleigh. We're going to see severe thunderstorm warnings pop off left and right, I think, as the day goes on. We've also got a severe thunderstorm warning in Maryland right now near Bel Air. I wonder if we can get a decent view of this. Not really. I mean, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like out there in Maryland right now. I mean, it just looks kind of like a mess. But this storm actually doesn't look too bad. It's kind of a supercell, and it has the potential to try to rotate here in the next little bit. It's not rotating right now. It's nothing to be too worried about. But all of these storms that have these, kind of isolated, more discrete look to them, these more separated supercells are going to have the ability to rotate enough to produce tornado warnings today. One of our main areas of concern has already started to congeal into a multicellular or multi-cluster type system where we've got, not necessarily supercells, but just a long line of storms here. And the damaging wind threat goes up in that situation. The tornado threat goes down a little bit. But look, we do have little cells popping up out in front of the main line there. You can see these little things right here. There's actually more wind shear in place to the east of that line, which means that if for whatever reason these storms are able to get their act together a little bit more than what we see right now, they might produce tornado warnings as they go into places closer to Boston and Manchester over here in southern portions of New Hampshire and Maine and eastern Massachusetts. But yeah, tons of really strong storms moving into Connecticut right now. Do we have anybody watching in Connecticut? We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Litchfield County in Connecticut for about 107,000 people for the next 18 minutes. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds are moving in right now. Yeah, there's been a bunch of damage reports coming in from the Great Barrington or Great Barrington area. That's good, Frank. Yeah, that's fine. You're in Northeast Connecticut? All right. Nice to see y'all. It's not often that we go live for this stuff up here in the Northeast, but it's been a while since we've been live for anything. So we're excited to be here. Hopefully nothing too terrible happens, but these storms are gaining strength. They're getting more intense as they move off to the north and east. Once again, I'm really watching this area over here west of Hartford. There's also a little bit of rotation here. You notice how that severe thunderstorm warning does have a tornado possible tag on it. We've got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and a little bit of rotation right here moving over towards Hartford, Connecticut. So we're watching that very closely. A more robust area of rotation is visible over here between Springfield, Massachusetts, and Holyoke. But the thing about this is that's actually it's quite broad. It's not necessarily the kind of rotation that you would expect to bring about a tornado at this point, but that could change. This is what it looks like out there in Springfield, Massachusetts, by the way, as you can see the front of that storm coming in from our virtual rail fan camera. A pretty intense looking storm. It's already hitting Holyoke right now with 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So, make sure you're ready for that. Also, let's see if this works. I don't know if I know how to work my computer anymore. Okay, yeah, so Aubrey in Dutchess County, New York sent this video in. And we've got a new way for you guys to send in videos and photos. If you want to share your reports with us today, just go over to ryanhallyall.com/submit. ryanhallyall.com/submit, and you will be able to submit a photo to us. We don't have to do the email thing anymore. Tagging me on Twitter works too. But we've got people sending stuff in from Maine. Peter, thanks for sending that in. We've got stuff coming in from all over the place here. Let me see what we've got here from Lauren. This is in how you say it? Worcester County, Massachusetts. This is Lauren. Thanks for sending that in. And then Cheyenne is in Clay County, Kentucky. And then what we got here from Mary. Pretty intense looking storm there from Mary in Hampden County, Massachusetts. This is one of the storms that we've been tracking here. And then also Jaden in Queens County, New York has sent this in. So yeah, this is great stuff. Once again, go to ryanhaulyall.com/submit if you want to share your photos and videos with me, and it's all taken care of on the website. Worcester. Oh my gosh, this again. The last time we did a live stream up here, I got eaten alive by y'all for saying, whatever it was that I said wrong. So I'll try, I'll try my best to not, do that. All right, let's come back over here to the radar. Bel Air, this storm over here that's moving towards Edgewood, Maryland, and Perryman. It's got some pretty decent hail with it. We're talking about ping pong ball size hail. A little bit of downburst look to it here as well on velocity. I'm trying to find you a decent view of this with a traffic camera. But the Maryland traffic camera system is just not working out for me today. Not seeing much of anything worth showing. Honestly, this right here is our best view right now. This is an awesome view of the storm coming into Springfield, Massachusetts. You can see that heavy rain and the hail coming out of the cloud there. Look at that wall of wind and rain coming towards us there on the kind of top right of your screen. You see that? This is that big time storm that's coming into Springfield, Massachusetts right now. Now, this warning encompasses 720,000 people. 720,000 people. Okay, Jared, I see your suggestions now. I'm going to pull those up. Fill. Oh, wow, that's cool. The traffic camera network actually has decent skyline views of New York. That's awesome. Nice find, Jared. So we've got a big storm coming through the New York area as well that we're keeping track of. So that's what it looks like out there in New York City right now. But our biggest storm, one of our strongest storms, is currently coming into Springfield, Massachusetts. All right, Jared, I'm going to remove those suggestions just so I know that I've already got them up. Yeah, here we go. Wall of wind and rain. So if you are just now tuning in, the conditions that we're going to witness here on this camera, that's exactly what's coming towards you in Worcester. Worcester, right? That's exactly what's coming for you, okay? So get ready for it. Looks like definitely at least 60 mile per hour winds. At least 60 mile per hour winds coming in here. And what's this? I see something dangling. What's this dangly thing over here on the Portsmouth, New Hampshire camera? This is from Boston, Maine and Live. It just looks like some scud there, but some of these storms are rotating enough to where we actually do have to watch out for funnel clouds and stuff. So anytime I see something like that, I'm going to go inspect it, of course. But yeah, let's come back over here to the Springfield, Massachusetts camera, and we're going to watch that. We're going to watch that storm continue to wreak havoc on this area as it moves over towards central portions of Massachusetts, including that one town that starts with W and ends with Worcester. I think the first time I ever said it, I said Worcester, which I think that's a normal mistake on your first go around with that town. So yeah, we're watching a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit of everywhere. And also, my goodness, meteorologist Andy Hill just issued a y'all watch. So it's time to get serious, y'all. Low confidence y'all watch from meteorologist Andy Hill here. But you see the white dashed line that indicates an area where we think there might need to be a tornado warning in the future. Okay, you can see we've got some rotation here between Northfield and Richmond, and actually on that most recent scan it actually picked up quite a bit there between Curtis Corner and Warwick. That's moving north and east towards Richmond, Rockwood, up there towards Jaffrey, and it's moving right towards that Boston, Maine, and live camera. This is the one right here. So we're going to be able to watch this storm come in towards this mountain here. What is this? Mount Monadnock? Killed it. I nailed it. Yep. And that's what we're going to be watching there. Okay. So there's no tornado warning for this right now, but if this area of rotation continues to like increase in intensity, there might be a tornado warning issued for the Richmond area, Troy, Fitzwilliam, all the way up there towards Petersboro in New Hampshire. Okay. Now you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is Cheshire, Hillsborough, and Merrimack counties. So get indoors and away from windows. And man, look at all these little beans. Are you seeing this? Look here. These little things right here, if they can get their act together, if they can kind of grow vertically a little bit more, these are the ones that we really have to watch for some tornadoes here. I can already see some rotation coming together. You see down here near Phillipston in Massachusetts, that is a signature that you definitely got to watch. You definitely have to watch that signature. My goodness. And then over here near Manchester, look at that. So we're going to be here for a while, y'all. This is just now getting started. If you are just now tuning in, consider sharing our live stream with your family members or friends, anybody that lives out over here. It's not very often that we go live for this part of the world. So a lot of people over here don't know about us. All right. There's a lot of people that are in the path of these storms. And because like we're not, in their living rooms every day, people don't get recommended our stream. So if you know anybody over here, share our live stream, our link with them. A lot of times we're live before the tornado warning even happens, right? And that's a big part of what we do. So share our live link over there and put it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff if you want to. Of course, it's not required. Checking back in on the Sebec Lake, Maine camera up here that we've been keeping an eye on. This is over there near Dover. And this is a pretty good view of one of those sails, one of those little beans. All right, so we're going to watch this pass by. And on the left side, if we see a little bit of a lowering, that's going to be interesting. It'll tell us a lot about the nature of these sails that are forming in southern New Hampshire right now, which look to me like are going to need tornado warnings. Look at this. You see this storm coming over here towards Manchester? That is something that might need a tornado warning if it continues to show increased rotation as it moves towards the town. You can see the little supercell structure here. Yeah, beans. I'm referring to these storms, these little storms that are out in front of the main line over here. I refer to these as beans because that's what they are. It's like the first stage of a supercell, right? You get a bean, and then it becomes a supercell. These are technically mini supercells at this point, and they're all rotating. This one's got rotation. This one's got rotation. So tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings will probably start flying out for those at some point here in the near future. And then once again, meteorologist Andy Hill is also watching this embedded cells that goes up towards Jaffrey. One of our newest severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for Hartford, Connecticut. So now we've got 1 million people out here around Hartford, Connecticut under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for the AL or the AI Prince Technical High School area. We've got the Bradley International Airport out there, Hartford Hospital, Camp High Hody. Okay. And then, of course, the Vernon Village Incorporated area. All these places are in the direct path of a dangerous storm, bringing about a potential tornado. Tornado possible tag is on there. And then also 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So get indoors, away from windows. And this is going to be, once again, a very dangerous storm coming through Hartford, Connecticut. This is Hartford and Tolland counties in Connecticut. That's what we're looking at right now. So once again, say hi in chat if you're watching out there in the Connecticut area or Massachusetts or anywhere up here. It's nice to have you here. We're going to be on the air until we're not needed anymore, pretty much until these storms go out to sea. Checking back in on New York City. The biggest part of that storm is about to go through town here soon. We can see it approaching from a distance here on the New York City traffic cams. And we've got a bunch of people out here on Rockaway Beach. This place is about to get plumb smacked by a severe thunderstorm carrying 60-mile-per-hour winds. So hopefully those people get the heck out of Dodge pretty soon. All right. Also, one of our newer severe thunderstorm warnings includes Middlesex and Worcester counties in Massachusetts. This is Phillipston, Gardner, and Winchendon. So, yeah, man, there's so many little areas of rotation here. Any one of these could pop off at any time. So we're watching Massachusetts extremely closely right now. Southern portions of New Hampshire, southern Maine. This is looking more and more interesting every second, really. We also have got severe storms down here in Virginia. My goodness, look at this. Down here in Halifax County, Virginia, severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And do we have anybody watching in Winston-Salem? It's been storming there for a while. Still got 350,000 people under a severe thunderstorm warning in Winston-Salem in North Carolina. We currently have no tornado warnings, but we've got several severe thunderstorm warnings. And I believe that there's a good chance that we will get a severe or a tornado warning here soon with some of those rotating storms that we have up, in Massachusetts and New Hampshire right now. So do not let your guard down. Big storm going through New York City right now. We've got an incredible amount of people under a severe thunderstorm warning. 2.5 million people under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is what it looks like in New York. And it's only going to get more intense as it gets closer and closer to the Manhattan area, which you can see here. And my goodness, a lot of y'all went to ryanholyall.com/submit. We've got the Colebrook Fire Department from Colebrook, Connecticut tuning in. And they've got one heck of a setup here. They've got the radar. They've got YALLBOT pulled up. This is great. Honestly, I'm very glad to see that we've got so many people watching in the Northeast. I thought nobody even knew who we were up here because it's been forever since we've done a live stream up here. This is from Mandy in Massachusetts. You can see those skies are looking pretty unruly. Derrick in Caroline County, Maryland, showing some of the clearing out in front of the storms. We've got our furry friends watching as well. Once again, I think that if we counted all the cats and the dogs that were watching, we would break records. Cats love this, dogs too. I don't know why. Here's the rain coming down there in Franklin County, Massachusetts from Jess. Max is sending this in from Reading, Connecticut. So you can see the low-level jet out here is actually pretty, it's pretty juiced. It's cranking. If you go outside and you look up, you see those low-level clouds. They're moving pretty quick. That's part of the ingredients, right? That's part of the reason why we think that there's going to be some tornadoes today. This is from Dover, New Hampshire, from Oliver. Let's see here. This is from Pennsylvania. We've got Kenton in Pennsylvania showing us some stuff here as well. And then here's a nice view of that storm coming into East Amwell Township, New Jersey. And my goodness, this stuff just keeps coming in. Well, this is definitely how we should have always been doing it. Gilmer County, Georgia. It's like a nonstop feed of stuff coming in. This is Queens County, New York. Jaden, thank you so much for sending that in. And then McCalla, Spencer, in Worcester County, Massachusetts. So you can see that it's starting to come in over there. My good, I don't know. We might have to start scoring the submissions or something, because I think I could just sit here all day and look at this stuff that you guys are sending in. We've made it too easy now. If you do have something you want to send to us, once again, that's ryanholyall.com/submit. and you can upload photos and videos over there. Emma from West Springfield, Massachusetts sent in this ominous view here. And then we've got some storms going on in Georgia as well. Thank you guys for sending this stuff in. I don't think that I've even talked about Georgia yet. Let's go back over to the radar real quick. Talk about one of our newest severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for Manchester in New Hampshire. This is for Rockingham, Hillsborough, and Merrimack counties in New Hampshire. This is that storm that's got a little bit of rotation on it. There's no tornado warning yet. We're not too concerned about that right now, but we're watching it closely. The main threat's going to be 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as this goes off to the north and east. Once again, in Hillsborough, Merrimack, and Rockingham counties in New Hampshire. Let's go back to Maryland real quick, where we've got another new severe thunderstorm warning for Cecil and Hartford counties in Maryland. Okay, this is a really intense looking storm here. I wonder if this traffic camera works. Oh yeah, there we go. This is what it looks like underneath that bad boy. So we've got 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds moving through the Bel Air area, moving over towards Port Deposit. That's what that looks like right now. So I'm going to put that above me, or at least I thought I was. Here. There we go. And that's going to be moving up towards Rising Sun. So y'all get ready for that. Baltimore, we just had a big storm move through. There's another round getting ready to come in. All right, we just got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning in Connecticut for 1.5 million people. This is for Fairfield, Middlesex, and New Haven counties in Connecticut. Get indoors and away from windows in Stamford, Norwalk, Bridgeport, Milford, all the way up there to Waterbury and Southbury. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got a camera in Norwalk, so we'll be able to see it come in there. But yeah, this is 60-mile-per-hour winds. If I look at the velocities, I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation. So the tornado threat with this particular part of the line isn't very high, but definitely damaging winds. That's going to be a problem as this moves through Bridgeport into New Haven. You can also see a little bit of a bowing shape here, a little bit of a bow echo trying to happen. So we do have to watch out for some really intense winds here between Bethel and Reading, moving over towards Monroe. All right, meteorologist Andy Hill has another yaw watch. So if you've never heard us talk about a yaw watch before, it's essentially we're looking at a storm that doesn't have a tornado warning yet or a severe thunderstorm warning yet, and we're saying, hey, maybe the meteorologists at the National Weather Service are looking at this as well, and they're debating right now as to whether or not they need to issue a tornado warning for this. And a lot of times us kind of giving you insight on that conversation it gives you a little bit early heads up. So if they end up issuing a tornado warning for this, you might have 5-10 extra minutes to prepare. Because I guarantee you right now at the National Weather Service, they are looking at this velocity couplet and they're like, should we tell the people down there in Lane Village in Gibson Four Corners about this in the form of a warning? And, we'll see what happens with that velocity couplet. And if it continues to kind of look more intense, they might do that. But regardless, if you're watching this, your goal is to be more informed than through traditional means. So you've got a little bit of a extra lead time here with this supercell that's out in front of the main line that might be rotating a little bit more than some of these other storms. So get ready for that up there near New Ipswich. This is currently, you're just under a severe thunderstorm warning, but that severe thunderstorm warning does have the tornado possible tag. So they're obviously noting the rotation. All right, let's come back over here to this, this camera. Where is it at? This is the camera over there in Maine. This is our best view right now at the bottom of one of these supercells, and you can see that it actually is pretty close to the ground, right? So we've got low cloud bases here. We definitely have some rotation visible even in these little tiny mini supercells that we're seeing over here in Maine, way out in front of this stuff that we're actually more concerned about the potential for imminent tornado danger. So the environment is actually really favorable for at least some tornadoes out here in New Hampshire and southern Maine and eastern Massachusetts right now. So we're watching this very, very closely. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag for portions of Maine and New Hampshire. This is going to be for Cumberland County, Maine, Oxford County, Maine, York County, Maine, and Carroll County, New Hampshire. So there's a little bit of rotation here. You see the reds and the blues next to each other, crossing over Highway 16, moving up towards the Porter, Leamington, and Sebago areas. That is what we're looking at right now, with a real potential for some 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. We also had a storm just cross over Mount Washington that's got a little bit of rotation here too. You guys see this near Hale's location? I wonder if we can see anything from these cameras. Might as well look at them all, huh? We can't really see anything, but we do literally right in front of the rotating part of this storm. We've got a camera that we can look at least. All right, where's everybody watching from? Do we have anybody watching in Colorado? Colorado, there is a considerable flash flood warning out there for Rio Blanco County in Colorado. Do we have anybody watching in South Carolina? We got a severe thunderstorm warning in South Carolina. And I know we've got a bunch of storms in Georgia. I know we've got a ton of people from Georgia that are tuning in. They're like, hey, it's lightning, it's thundering. What's going on? Well, these are mostly garden variety, average, everyday summer thunderstorms that are going on out here right now. We will see a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings out of these today, maybe a couple of flash flood warnings, but nothing too dangerous. Nothing too dangerous from what I can tell right now. So we're going to continue to watch those storms, but once again, we're locked in on these storms up here in the Northeast. Still got 9 minutes left on our severe thunderstorm warning for Eastchester and New Rochelle in portions of New York. We also have that bigger storm coming into downtown Manhattan right now, downtown New York City. You guys need to be getting ready for some 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's coming in right now. Let's see what we got here. This is what it looks like on the ground in New York. This is down there near Clifton and Sunnyside. So if this isn't what it looks like in Manhattan yet, it will in about 5 minutes. You can see the winds whipping there, at least 60-mile-per-hour gusts, probably pretty consistent 40-mile-per-hour winds there. And look, I think we did a good job of scaring everybody off the beach. There was a lot more people there, about 30 minutes ago? That's a much less impressive crowd there on Rockaway Beach. We've got about 30 minutes, about 30 minutes before the storm gets there. So people are definitely getting the heck out of Dodge, which is good. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here's another view of New York as that storm comes through. Big time storm coming into New York right now. New York City. All right, let's check back in on Connecticut. It's been a second since we've checked in on that warning here. Once again, Hartford, Connecticut. We are watching y'all. Okay, we've got a decent storm coming into the Hartford area. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Hartford and Tolland counties in Connecticut. That's going to go on for 37 more minutes. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail, tornado possible tag on there because there is some rotation, okay, between Harwinton and Bristol. It's nothing that would warrant a tornado warning just yet, but it is certainly something that we've got to keep an eye on as it gets closer to Hartford. So y'all get ready, okay? We've got about 20, 30 minutes before it gets there, and we are going to watch the storm come through Hartford here and hopefully not do too much damage, but this this part of the storm has a history of damage reports. So we've got trees and wires down over the roadway over here near Colebrook. Back here closer to Salisbury, we've got a tree and wires down. A tree is on fire, and the fire is threatening a structure down here south of Salisbury. We've got social media reports of trees down and a power line on fire at the intersection of Route 112 and Route 7. So all of these reports are coming from the same part of this line that's about to hit Hartford, Connecticut. So you guys get ready for that. Once again, about a million people in that warning that need to be heeding the, that need to be taking caution here. Now, we've also got another big warning up here in Massachusetts approaching Southbridge and Worcester. Interstate 90. Okay. This is Franklin, Hampden, and Hampshire counties in Massachusetts. This is going to go on for the next 20 minutes. Well, every time that I say the town name wrong, our viewership goes up. So I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm trying to be creative and think of new ways to say it almost correct so that more people try to correct me. I think this is the new way to get more people in our live stream. But seriously, you guys know what I'm talking about. That's what matters, right? Well, you guys know the location that I'm talking about. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning with some of those damage reports behind this part of the line as well. Get ready. It'll be there in 30 minutes. Numerous reports of wind damage coming in. You had it basically correct, though? Yeah. Well, that's boring. Okay, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for New York. This one's for 8.5 million people. Why can't I hear this? Hold on. I'm not getting the dings. Usually I get a ding and then I know what to do. I haven't been getting my dings. But this is that latest warning here for New York City, where we've got 8.5 million people under a severe thunderstorm warning now. 60-mile-per-hour winds coming into downtown New York right now. And it looks like this is going to slide all the way across Long Island. Go up there towards Hempstead, Freeport, Oyster Bay. And of course, Rockaway Beach is another area that needs to be getting ready for an intense storm here shortly. And we're still watching a couple of these storms up here in Massachusetts and New Hampshire where they are rotating, but not enough to cause tornado warnings just yet. The next one that we've got to watch is, of course, the one that's coming up towards New Ipswich. And then, like, every single one of these little things right here out in front of that needs to be watched. None of them are very close or imminent or anything like that, but we definitely need to watch them. The one that just went past Manchester up here looks pretty mean on reflectivity. But it's got to get a little bit meaner if it's going to cause a problem with tornadoes. Yeah, so 8.5 million people under the severe thunderstorm warning down here for New York City. 1.5 million people for the storm that includes Bridgeport, Waterbury, and New Haven and Hamden. And it does look like there's a strong area of wind coming out of Bethel right now, moving over towards Ansonia and Shelton and Monroe and Seymour. So you guys need to be getting indoors, away from windows, and all that good stuff. And there's the storm coming into Rockaway Beach right now. Can't wait until you try to say Damarisota. Damarisota. Feel like I didn't get that. All right, here is a video from Ramey O in Georgia. More stuff in Georgia here. Wholesomeness. It's got the whole crew, Nimbus, Luna. Wow. And y'all bought? This is great. This is great stuff. A Wholesomeness 20. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Ashley, this is in Barre, Massachusetts. Thanks for sending this in. You got a great view of the top of one of these storms over here in Holden in that W County in Massachusetts. This is from Derek. Eric in Franklin County, Massachusetts, shows us some heavy rain here. Maybe a little bit of vegetation damage in the background there. Lilith, thank you for sending that in. We got a little storm chaser out there in Hillsborough County, New Hampshire. Guys, there are hundreds of these. I did not know that there would be so many people go and submit photos. This is awesome. Caitlin, thanks for sending this in. This is at the Walmart over there at Hanover in Pennsylvania. So we got some storms in Pennsylvania too. Nothing terribly concerning right now. This is in Jaffrey, New Hampshire from Alex. Aubrey sending this in from New York. My goodness. Here's another one from Hartford County, Maryland. This is great. Thank you guys so much for sending this stuff in. Jimmy in Maryland, thanks for sending that in. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's continuing down here in Maryland for about 30 minutes for Cecil and Hartford counties. Pretty intense storm there with ping pong ball size hail coming through right now. Here's what that looks like. Right underneath the storm there near Castleton. Here's another view, a little bit closer to the ground there. And I think you can actually see the hail a little bit. Now, this camera looks like it's from 1972, but the hail is maybe big enough to where you can see it there in our 100 pixel by 100 pixel camera view. Yeah, so this is definitely the part of the storm that's producing the hail that's going between Darlington over there towards Rising Sun. That's going to be moving up towards Oxford here soon. All right, speaking of Pennsylvania, we also just got a severe thunderstorm warning in Pennsylvania for that storm. Kind of a little bit of a left split there that's causing the hail that's going to go up towards Little Britain in Pennsylvania. So you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Checking back in on Massachusetts, over here in Southbridge and Worcester, Holden and Palmer. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's what we've got to look forward to here as the storm gets closer. It's about to come into the Monson, Warren, Wales, Spencer, and Rutland area. Okay, they just issued a new warning. That includes the downtown area. So this is Franklin, Hampden, and Hampshire counties. Now we've got 657,000 people in the path of 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and a tornado is possible here, y'all. A tornado is possible. Coming back down to Maryland, where things are getting a little plumb wild. Also, we are listening to the scanners. All right, and out there in Blandford, Massachusetts, scanner traffic indicates a box truck drove through and became stuck in downed wires on North Blandford Road. Reports state 7 full lengths worth of wires down, so 7 segments of wires down along the roadway there. This is a reminder to not drive through downed wires. This doesn't happen every day up here, okay? So maybe some people do need to hear that. Yeah, but there's definitely some legit damage reports coming in from these storms. We just got one near New York City, a tree down on the Henry Hudson Parkway. There is a tree down on the Henry Hudson Parkway. I wonder if we can see that. Doesn't look like it. Maybe you can see a little bit of the traffic as a result of it over there on the left side, but for the most part, no. Oh, what we got dangling here on Rockaway Beach? You guys see that? So this is the storm that's coming through New York City right now. Honestly, the strongest part of the storm is going to miss Rockaway Beach for the most part. But we can definitely see some interesting cloud structures here as the shelf cloud essentially goes over. And this is going to go to Long Beach next. But yeah, the beach is completely clear now. These people did a wonderful job. I swear it looked like there's a couple thousand people, maybe way more than that, on this beach, and now it's completely empty. Yeah, I'm going to listen in on some of this stuff here. Also, unconfirmed report of a person struck by a tree with head injuries. That's coming from Litchfield County, Connecticut. So also, we often say, stay indoors, away from windows. Like, that's legit. If you're under one of these severe thunderstorm warnings right now, you could be the next person that is an unconfirmed report of a person struck by a tree with head injuries. You know what I'm saying? Mason says that's such a Litchfield County thing. All right, so let's slide through these once again. 8 million people under a severe thunderstorm warning from New York City over to Long Beach up towards Oyster Bay.
Ever lose your keys?
In Connecticut, we've got Fairfield, Middlesex, and New Haven counties still under a severe thunderstorm warning. Some of the strong winds just now about to move into Bridgeport. And then New Haven up towards Wallingford. Hartford, Connecticut, we are T-minus, 10 minutes away maybe from the big time wind moving in. Can you guys hear that? Let me turn the ad down. And we'll come back to that whenever that's over. But yeah, Hartford, Connecticut, you guys are next in line for those 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. And then Holden and Southbridge in Massachusetts, you guys are next after that. And then there's a pretty robust storm up here near Hooksett, moving up towards Deerfield, that we've got to watch. This has got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and tornado possible tag there. So get ready in Deerfield. That's one that we've got to watch really closely. And then we're still watching this storm down here. Andy's been tracking this one for a while. We've got a new Y'all Watch polygon, or at least new to us as far as our cycle of looking at them here. Medium confidence that there might need to be a tornado warning for this area here. This includes Milford, Hillsborough County, Hampshire County, Worcester County, just a little bit of the northern part of Worcester County for the next 15 minutes. So we're watching that closely. All of these little, kind of supercells or mini supercells that are forming out in front of the line here, we're watching every frame as they come in. But you can see very clearly where most of our damage reports are coming in. All these little blue markers with the D, these are all severe weather or damage reports that have come in as a result of wind. So this is going to continue to be the corridor of strongest winds, and that's moving right over towards Southbridge right now in Hartford. Weather intensity score is currently 108.4. What did we do? We peaked out there around 120 a little bit ago. But yeah, things are going to continue to be intense here until these storms pretty much make it out to sea. There's plenty of room for these things to continue to grow and cause problems as they approach Boston, Rhode Island, and of course the southeastern shore of Maine. New Jersey just got a new warning. This is for Burlington and Ocean counties in New Jersey. 200,000 people between Toms River and Stafford Township are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to want to get indoors and away from windows, as we do have a good chance for frequent cloud ground lightning, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and the hail isn't going to be such a bad thing, but with this storm, but it's still, we could have some small hail. Here is a look at a beach directly in the path of this storm. This is, where is this? Seaside Park, New Jersey. So this is going to be a problem here for all these folks within the next hour. See if we can see anything else here. Yeah, it looks like a pretty happening day out there. So all of these people probably need to be seeking shelter right about now. By the way, these cameras are courtesy of the Coastal Cam Network. Tons of cameras on the coast of New Jersey. But yeah, there's that severe thunderstorm warning that we're tracking right now coming up towards Toms River. All right, now in Virginia, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Brunswick, Lunenburg, and Nottoway counties in Virginia. So we're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds coming through Victoria and then up towards Blackstone. So get ready for that. If I zoom out a little bit here, you can see we got some strong storms over here in eastern Virginia. We've got some strong storms in North Carolina right now. The stuff around Charlotte is not severe yet, but we'll watch it and we'll see if it continues to get more intense. We got 20 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning in Maryland, where it's still looking pretty intense out there. Ping pong ball size hail falling in Castleton right now, moving up towards Pleasant Grove and Little Britain. 35 minutes remain on our severe thunderstorm warning in New York City. And this is what it looks like for those folks that are having to drive out in that right now. Out there near Queens. Oh man, that looks like fun. Yeah, so this part of the highway here, we're looking at, shoot, what road is this? Highway 3 is about to get hit by probably the strongest part of the storm within the next few minutes.
Power company now, be advised, you're on county fire. Please switch to response.
So y'all get ready for that, and then it's going to come up towards Oyster Bay right after that. Yep, that's New York, all right. Yeah. Hey, Denise, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, here's what it looks like right now in Virginia. This is from Kyle. This is courtesy of Kyle in Virginia. And in order to, Frank, we might have to just green light a certain ones, if that makes sense, because the list is like too long. I can't find the one from Cal. Okay, here's a submission from Cal of some spinny clouds. This is in Hillsborough County, New Hampshire. Thank you, Cal, for sending this in. Once again, that's from Virginia. Victoria is sending us this from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. You see the shelf cloud moving in. Lots of shelf clouds are going to be visible in Connecticut and Massachusetts over the next little bit. Margot, thank you for sending this in from Massachusetts as well. Lots of dark clouds in Connecticut. Connor is sending this in from North Carolina. Nice shot of the lightning there. Cheshire County, New Hampshire. This is from Kathleen G. And then this is coming in from Bucks County, Pennsylvania. More views from Connecticut from Tom. And look at this. This is a really nice photo of New York in Bronx County, New York from Willie. You can see the rain bands kind of taking over the skyline there. This is amazing. So many people have gone over to ryanhallyall.com/submit and have submitted their photos to us. That's awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. It helps us tell the story of what's going on the ground out there. Just like these traffic cameras do. Once again, that looks like a ton of fun. What's going on in New York City right now? All right, we just got an upgrade on one of our severe thunderstorm warnings. This is going to be for the great town of Worcester, Holden, Southbridge, Marlboro. We have 700,000 people now under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. What makes it so considerable? Well, consider this. 70 mile per hour winds. Radar indicated this storm has a history of widespread wind damage. So we're thinking that this is going to bring about 70 mile per hour winds into Holden, Southbridge, and Worcester right now. So batten down the hatches. Get ready out there. Yeah, Frank, that sounds good. That sounds like what we need to do for sure. Archive. That works too. Either one of those is fine. By the way, if you're hearing some like weird noise, I'm trying to listen to scanners, but like I can't find one that's like worth listening to. Thank goodness we've got Jared listening to the scanners and Y'allbot, because I couldn't do it. The static, it's plumb wild. Yeah, there's not a lot going on the scanners anyways. Yeah, we're watching a little bit of everywhere right now. We got a bunch of cameras in New York City. We're watching the Toms River, New Jersey area as well. Scanner traffic does indicate that a tree is down across the road with a wire. Also in the road that is reportedly burning. That's in Merrimack County, New Hampshire.
Contact power.
All right, let's go take a look at this new severe thunderstorm warning in York County, Maine, and in Carroll County, New Hampshire, and Stratford County, New Hampshire. This is going to be for about 32,000 people here, including the entire town of Wakefield and Middleton. 1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds coming in right now. We also just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Chester County, Pennsylvania. 85,000 more people in the line of fire here for a significant hailstorm, maybe 1-inch hail and some 60 mile per hour winds coming in. Also, how about you in South Carolina? Oconee and Pickens counties in South Carolina are now under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60 mile per hour winds. So get ready for that up here around Lake Kiowee. 60 mile per hour winds. Our strongest storm, though, is the one that's coming into central Massachusetts here between Holden and Southbridge. This is our main problem right now. All right, here is a video from Lila. This is from Massachusetts. Thank you for sending that in. Ryan C's got some great shots from a drone of the incoming storms there in Vernon, Connecticut. Look at this. That's a really good shot of the updraft there. Big, giant, tall storm. A lot of these storms actually weren't able to get really tall. There's a little bit of some slightly warmer air above the surface there, but this one looks like it did a decent job. But wow, really cool cloud formation there from Lily B in Greenville in Greene County, Tennessee. Look at that. There was a severe thunderstorm that had just passed us, and now we've got these waves in the cloud. That's very cool. Thank you for sending this in, Lily. And then this is from, oh man, I forgot. How do you say this one again? This county in Pennsylvania? Schuylkill? Schuylkill, something like that. Pottsville, you guys know what I'm talking about. Doug is sending this in from over there. Skylar in Hartford County, Maryland is sending this in. Got a nice view of some of those storms popping up out in front of the main line in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Another drone shot from Suffolk County, New York. Schuylkill. Got you. And here's a video from Kings County, New York, from Arion. Some decent wind gusts there. Willie, I think we already showed that one. This is from Noah in Baltimore County, Maryland, from the storm a little bit earlier. And another shot from Mr. Mike in Enfield, Connecticut. And it looks like there's a lot of people watching in New York City. Out there in, that's from Willie in Bronx. Here's some swirling action from Cal in Manchester. That's Hillsborough County in New Hampshire. Thank you, Cal. And Emily. And thanks to everyone who has sent stuff in. Once again, if you want to send in photos and videos, we would appreciate it over there at ryanhallyall.com/submit. This is a beautiful shot from Grace. Shelf cloud. Once again, I could just about go all day here. All right, I think that completes the list for the most part. But yeah, thank you guys for sending that stuff in. Here's Rockaway Beach again. And then here is Seaside Heights, New Jersey. We don't have a lot of cameras around central Massachusetts, but over here near Shrewsbury, we do have one. And it looks like it's in somebody's backyard. So I don't know how much it's going to help us. But this is courtesy of Boston, Maine, and Live out there in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. When the storm hits, we'll be able to see what it's like on the ground, that's for sure. All right, you can hear a report of some more wires being down coming in right now. That's in Massachusetts. All right, Hartford, Connecticut, the storm's coming through town right now. We do have some strong winds, up to 60-mile-per-hour winds coming through town right now. Next in line, Mansfield and Putnam. You guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning out here in Hartford, Tolland, and Windham counties in Connecticut. This also includes Hampden County, Massachusetts. A little bit of it. All right, we also have a somewhat new warning in Hillsborough, Merrimack, and Rockingham counties in New Hampshire again. This one's rotating a little bit, but we're mostly concerned about the 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. Right now, just sliding past Manchester, moving up towards Raymond, Epping, and Nottingham. Get indoors and away from windows. We also now officially have a severe thunderstorm warning in Maine. Another one over here between Paris and Lewiston. This is Androscoggin County and Cumberland and Oxford counties in Maine. So get indoors and away from windows over here. This is all coming up towards Augusta. So up there towards Augusta, you guys need to be getting ready for a very strong storm coming in here soon. Indoors, away from windows. Y'all know the drill.
Weather Service has announced a severe thunderstorm warning.
Multiple confirmed reports of wires down that are arcing and sparking. One of them may have actually reportedly started a brush fire in Sheffield, Massachusetts. Here's our top 10 warnings right now. We are obviously concerned about these severe thunderstorm warnings. This one up here for Franklin, Hampden, Hampshire, and Worcester counties in Massachusetts is considerable due to the fact that it's got maximum wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Here is our top storm reports of the day. Our biggest hailstone today so far has come from Sheffield, Massachusetts. That's a 1.5-inch hailstone. It's about ping pong ball size. And then we've had a 65 mile per hour confirmed wind gust report in Mamaroneck, New York. Granby, Massachusetts had 64 miles per hour. So these are our top wind and hail reports so far today. And then as far as our overall reports go, we've got a tree down on wires. The tree is on fire, threatening a structure. We've got a lot of stuff like that. These are our biggest, not our biggest observational reports, not necessarily measurable ones. All right, we got another low confidence y'all watch here from meteorologist Andy Hill. We are watching a storm that's rotating a little bit here, coming into York County, Maine, and Cumberland County, Maine. We potentially could have a tornado warning over here near Sebago or Sebago Lake within the next 28 minutes. So we're keeping an eye on that. No need to take shelter just yet, unless you're outside. If you're outside, get indoors and away from windows, certainly, because that's going to be a strong storm, whether it's got a tornado or not. Another one that Andy is watching for the potential for a tornado is down here coming up towards Merrimack. And I know we've got a lot of people watching in that area. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for this one. And it's got a tornado possible tag. And Andy's got the y'all watch out for it. And out of all the storms we have right now, this one's probably looks like it's rotating the most. So nothing imminent as far as the tornado situation goes, but definitely get ready to take shelter in Milford and Merrimack just in case, because I wouldn't be surprised if that one ended up with a tornado warning at some point, especially if it continues to show rotation. Yeah, we've got some power outage reports coming in. Nothing crazy just yet. But yeah, this is that storm that we're looking at right here, and there's your area of rotation. Coming up towards Merrimack. How many people do we have in here watching from Merrimack right now? I feel like a lot of the pictures that we just looked at were from that area. And then looking at the storm coming into Holden and Shrewsbury out here in Franklin, Hampden, and Hampshire counties in Massachusetts, big area of wind is about to come into the area right now. Auburn, Grafton, Charlton, Oxford, Southbridge, Sturbridge, Webster, all you guys are about to get hit by up to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So get ready for it. It's going to be an intense storm in Massachusetts. Another severe thunderstorm warning for Cumberland and York counties in Maine for the next hour. 1.25 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds possible. 18 minutes remain on this severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Long Island over here between Long Beach and Freeport. We've got a bunch of people about to get hit by 60 mile per hour winds, including Oyster Bay. And then in Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut, you guys are still getting hit by your storm. Honestly, it could be another 20 minutes before that really calms down. That part of the storm is now moving into Manchester. Next in line is going to be Storrs and Mansfield. And then we've also got this more southern piece of the action here that's moving through Hamden and Meriden right now. That's going to be moving towards Middletown and Durham next. This is past downtown New York. It's pretty much over for the most part in New York. There's some stuff that's forming back here in Pennsylvania that we might need to watch a little bit later, but the threat's going to, after the first initial storm goes by your area, I think that the biggest threat, if we have any recurring storms tonight, is going to be flooding. That's going to be the main thing that we've got to worry about there. There is an WPC slight risk of excessive rainfall out here tonight. Here's what it looks like right now in areas just east of Toms River, New Jersey, right on the beach there. where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for about 200,000 people. And our strongest storm on the board right now is still the one that's getting ready to come through Worcester. So y'all definitely get ready out there, and only if you can do so safely. Feel free to send in pictures and videos and stuff. Don't go out in the middle of the storm and get yourself hurt or anything, but I know there's some people watching out there. Probably a decent shelf cloud coming into the Shrewsbury area right now too. Another area that we're watching over here is Fry Island and Leamington over here in Maine. Make sure you guys are indoors, away from windows and all that good stuff. All this is coming up towards Augusta, Maine. Here's what it looks like in Windsor Locks in Connecticut. This is from Rosemary. Here's a video from Holly, from South Hadley, Massachusetts. That's a pretty intense storm there. That's what's coming into Worcester. Yeah, thank you for sending that in. Also, 1-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. This is what's going to be possible with that storm. This is from MC in Wallingford, Connecticut. Another shot from Cromwell, Connecticut. Really ominous looking picture here from Santiago. This is Hampden County, Massachusetts. So yeah, that storm that's coming in there to the Worcester area is packing a punch. And we actually just got an area of interest highlighted from meteorologist Andy Hill. Low confidence tornado. Y'all watch out indicator here for Paxton, Holden, and West Boylston. We've got what looks like a little bit of bookend vortex action here. And yeah, just a huge burst of wind is about to move through this area, and there's a potential for enough rotation back here to add a tornado concern on top of that. So Interstate 190 between Sterling, West Boylston, and Shrewsbury is going to be a dangerous place to be over the next little bit. So get indoors, away from windows, and get ready to potentially hear the sirens go off for a tornado warning too. It's not guaranteed, but it's something that is possible. And this is what it looks like as it comes in. So Santiago, thanks for sending that in. Here's a look at some of the hail from Massachusetts. This is from Winchendon. This is Donna sending this in. Thank you so much for that. And then another shot from New York from Nick and Ellie in Baltimore, Maryland. Guys, thank you so much for sending this stuff in. RyanHallYall.com/submit if you want to share your photos and videos with us. All right, we just got another upgraded warning here. Considerable severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for Cumberland and York counties in Maine for the next 42 minutes. And we've got an update from meteorologist Andy Hill. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan. Hopefully this is working well. If you can hear me, let me know.
Yes, we got you.
Okay, cool. I do see a debris signature with that latest y'all watch there northwest of Worcester and southwest of Holden in Massachusetts. And on that latest scan, you can see the velocity couplet is also increased quite a bit there. So that was a good advanced y'all watch there. We have an unwarned tornado going on northwest of Worcester, Massachusetts in the county there. So hopefully we can cover that in depth and get that warning soon from the National Weather Service.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Meteorologist Andy Hill. This right here, this area of decreased correlation coefficient, that's where we're concerned about a tornado being just southwest of Holden. Specifically, this is near the Berries and Blooms Seasonal Shop, Val's Restaurant, Big Y World Class Market. This is a pretty populated area. I mean, it's going to be hard if this thing it stays on the ground for any period of time whatsoever. it's going to be hard for this to not cause damage here as it goes over towards the Linden Green lumber area, and this is near the Kendall Reservoir as well. So once again, if you know where the Big Y world-class market is, you know around where that tornado is right now, near Holden. Now you've got to get ready for this in Chaffinville, West Boylston, and Boylston as well. It's important to note that there is currently no tornado warning for this storm right now, but there absolutely should be. So if you know anybody out here, let them know what's going on. And you probably do. This is a pretty populated area. Once again, West Boylston and Boylston are included here. You can see the debris signature. It looks like, at least 2 or 3 frames in a row now we're seeing that. So, Andy, did you have anything else, or did I just forget to flip the light back? Okay. I'm getting rusty here. It's been a while. But this is going over towards the Wachusett Reservoir area as well. So some other places to just to call out here that's around where this debris signature is. We're talking about Union Pond, the Holden Town Forest. If you know where Child Works Discovery Center, the daycare down there near Dawson Pond, that's around where this tornado is right now. It's moving up towards Malden Street, Unionville, Chaffinville, Joyce,
a new tornado warning
Contemplative
has been
Center,
issued.
and West Boylston. All right, so we did just get a new tornado warning for that. So the National Weather Service did issue a tornado warning for Middlesex and Worcester counties in Massachusetts for the next 40 minutes. This is going to also include Marlboro and the town of Worcester, which we do want everybody down there to take shelter, but the biggest part of the storm that is most concerning is a little bit north of town, but still in Holden, especially West Boylston, all the way over there towards Marlboro. We want you to take shelter immediately, as there is actually a tornado on the ground. The warning that we got from the National Weather Service, the radar indicated tornado warning, but we can kind of see still that it seems like there might still be a tornado down right now with this storm as it moves up towards West Boylston. So take shelter immediately. You want to get into the lowest floor of your whatever building you're in, whether you're at work or home or school. Lowest floor, most interior room, sturdy building. We don't want to be in any mobile homes or RVs for this. We've got the Worcester Technical High School in the path there, the UMass Memorial Medical Center, the regional airport, the Worcester Regional Airport, the Meadowbrook Mobile Home Park is in the path here. Also, Polar Bark Outdoor Venue and Staff Heights Campsite. So take shelter inside of a sturdy building, at least for the next 38 minutes. That's how long this tornado warning is going to last for here. So if you are just now tuning in, there is a tornado warning for Middlesex and Worcester counties in Massachusetts for the next 38 minutes. Marlboro, Shrewsbury, Hudson, Holden, and Northborough are all places included in that. Next scan still shows a decreased area of correlation coefficient here. So that's just now crossing over the Holden Center area. Val's Restaurant, we called that out, 10 minutes ago, something like that. Unionville and West Boylston, you guys are next in line if this thing decides to stay together here. Yeah, so there's a big lake here, the Wachusett or the Wachusett Reservoir. It's going to go towards that.
446 Berkshire.
On its approach between West Boylston and Clinton. All right, so if you're just now tuning in, tornado warning up here in Massachusetts. I'm really quickly going to fly through some of these other warnings because I know we got people watching in other places.
New information.
Southbridge, you guys are just now about to get hit by
upgraded.
a very strong line of winds, potentially up to 70 miles per hour, so you guys got to get ready for that. Coming up here into Maine, Windham, in Cumberland and York counties, you've got golf ball size hail coming towards you. That's going over Sebago Lake right now. And then in New York, Nassau County, New York, just a couple minutes left on our severe thunderstorm warning down here. I know we have other warnings out there right now, but those are our main ones that we are concerned about currently. And we will go check in on some of these other ones a little bit later.
Unit 7B is in Bravo. Calling party reports that her alarm is chirping and she doesn't know why.
We also are watching another area for a potential tornado warning. We've got low confidence for a potential tornado warning up here between Milford and Merrimack in New Hampshire, again, south of Manchester. Another area of rotation that doesn't have a tornado warning with it. Hillsborough County, Rockingham County in Hampshire, in New Hampshire. They've got 26 minutes left on this. We'll see if this kind of tightens up similar to like what the other one did. If it does, we might see a tornado warning. No need to take shelter underground or anything just yet, but definitely get ready for this very strong storm in Merrimack and Derry, knowing that it's rotating a little bit. Oh, here we do have this camera in Massachusetts, so we'll see if we can see anything there. Okay, this is upgraded. This is now officially a radar. Well, it's been a radar confirmed tornado warning for a second now, but honestly, some of the more recent frames show less of a concerning signature there with the correlation coefficient. So we still want to stay sheltered in West Boylston, but let's hope to goodness that this thing lets up a little bit as it approaches Marlboro and Southborough. So this is our only tornado warning right now. What's the marine weather thing mean? The special marine warnings, that's just essentially like a severe thunderstorm warning, but over the water. Radar confirmed tornado right now in the Holden and West Boylston area in Massachusetts, Middlesex and Worcester counties in Massachusetts. You got to take shelter. We'll see if the rotation kind of comes back together a little bit. If I go back a couple of frames, you can see how it was a little bit tighter here, right there between Holden and Salisbury Heights. Where the reds and greens kind of touch, that's where we're concerned about the tornado. But things have let up a little bit as it's moved farther east, but we'll see if it, comes back together. It's always possible. We've got 33 minutes left on this tornado warning, so we want to stay sheltered.
Unwanted party causing a disturbance, possibly a domestic. There's going to be a language barrier with residents and callers from out of state.
Check this out. This is coming from Stephanie in Rockingham County in New Hampshire. The storm is coming, but the Blue Angels are flying. That's crazy. Once again, that's from Stephanie showing us the Blue Angels fly over there. All right, we are starting to see some wind here on this camera that, once again, looks like it's in somebody's backyard. But where is this actually? I still don't know. But it's courtesy of Boston, Maine, and Live out there. And it's actually right in the path of the rotating part of the storm. So the rotating part of the storm is getting ready to go over this camera right now. I don't think we'll see anything because we're pointing at the ground, but still, this is a live view from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts right now, where we do have a tornado warning. Radar confirmed tornado warning. And then here's another look from Worcester in Massachusetts. Here's what it looks like in East Hampton, in Hampshire County, Massachusetts. Actually, some pretty significant tree damage there. Let me replay that. This is from Christian. Thank you for sending this in, Christian. Those are some very large limbs down as a result of the storm that just went through Hampshire County, Massachusetts. And that's what's going through Worcester now. And then it's going over into Marlboro and Southborough. How are we doing in Hartford, Connecticut? I don't think I've heard anything significant out of there yet, but the worst of the storm is past you now. The next places that are going to get hit pretty hard here are going to be Mansfield and Wyndham. Chilling in Hartford, well, good. Do we have anybody watching in Marlboro or Southborough in Massachusetts?
Not working. What's the address again?
265 Bradford Street.
Because that's the place where we probably should be taking shelter right now. Out of everywhere, the strongest part of the storm is about to come through the 495 corridor there between Southborough and Marlboro. Okay. Yeah, so if you know anybody over there, let them know what's going on here. We got a tornado warning for Middlesex and Worcester counties and Massachusetts for a radar confirmed tornado. The radar confirmation is harder to hold on to now. The debris signature is not as apparent, but we still have an area of rotation here between Holden and Berlin, moving over towards Hudson, Marlboro, and Stowe in Massachusetts. So we're encouraging everybody to stay in their safe spots. Here's some more imagery from the damage out there in Northampton, Massachusetts. Big time trees coming down with this stuff. So, tornado or not, we're going to see widespread damage reports continuing to come in across Massachusetts here. And this line is moving towards Boston, slowly but surely. We got big trees down on the interstate even. And here's a view from Randall in South Carolina. We've actually had quite a few people send in videos and pictures from South Carolina of the storm down there. Here's one from Biddeford, Maine. This is from Maureen. Thank you for sending that in. Speaking of Maine, let's check in on that considerable severe thunderstorm warning up here. We still got golf ball size hail coming down, moving towards the town of Gray. We've also got some big hail and strong winds moving into Poland and Lewiston in Maine. So get ready for that up there. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Virginia for Chase City. So you guys need to be getting ready for that 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And for the most part, it's just this big line up here in the Northeast that we are most concerned about right now. We do have a storm down here south and west of Washington, D.C. This is for Fauquier, Prince William, and Culpeper counties in Virginia. 40,000 people are about to get hit by 1-inch hail and some more 60-mile-per-hour winds. But our only tornado warning on the board right now is going to be this one, which, by the way, the polygon just got shaved down a little bit. It no longer includes the town of Holden or Worcester. It only includes Shrewsbury and Marlboro and places like Southborough, Maynard, and Lancaster now. So stay sheltered for the next 27 minutes over there. We'll see if they extend this. We'll see if they push the polygon out towards Boston. The rotation is still kind of there, but it's not nearly as robust as it was when we first got the warning. Which is a good thing. Here's some awesome drone shots from Alex Blake in York County, Maine. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Alex, thanks for sending this in. So that's that big storm that's coming up towards Dover. And here's another shot from Bobbins in Connecticut. and also another one from Maine from Whitney. So thank you guys for sending that stuff in. RyanHallYall.com/submit if you want to submit something. Or you can do Twitter or X too. What'll happen is if you tag me on something on Twitter, and it's a photo or a video, and YallBot thinks that it's a good one, YallBot will respond to you and be like, hey, can Ryan show this on the air? And if you say yes, it'll end up right here in front of me. But it's easier to just do the website thing, to be honest. "26 minutes remain on the tornado warning here. Well, you got YallBot to do that now? Yeah, if you're on Twitter or X, you can just ping YallBot whenever you want and be like, hey, what's the weather like? And YallBot will talk to you. I don't know how long we'll be able to do that because it's expensive, but it's something that we're doing right now. And it's really cool. Yeah, it's about to come into the town of Marlboro right now. Marlboro. And yeah, if you guys want to follow along with the radar, I do highly recommend WeatherWise. I haven't got a chance to talk about that yet. I see it in the chat. There's some new people here that are not typically following along. If you're wondering what I'm using for radar, you can have the same thing. It's free. It's a free app called WeatherWise. Weatherwise.app. There's a link in the description. If you want to follow along with the radar, you can do that right now. There's a paid version, obviously, which will give you access to some cool stuff, but all the necessary stuff is free in WeatherWise. And I'll try to do some tutorials here if, for people, sometimes when you first open the app, it's a little overwhelming, but I'll try to do some stuff here in a second. First, I got to relay this new warning. Severe thunderstorm warning now out for Essex, Middlesex, and Suffolk counties in Massachusetts. There's 1.2 million people in this warning. This includes northern portions of Boston. Okay, so this includes places like Concord, North Reading, Somerville, Lexington. And we're talking about 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And notice it's got the tornado possible tag on there, but we're not getting a tornado warning for this, at least not yet. In Maryland, we also got a new severe thunderstorm warning down here for Kent and Queen Anne's counties near Chestertown. And our considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Worcester continues for 8 more minutes. We got some damage reports in here. A tree is down on a house in Paxton. So just to the north and west of Worcester, a tree is down on a house. What else do we got here? There was another one I saw. To the north and west of Southbridge, tree down on a car. This is Nelson Street.
This is NEMA State Control announcing the National Weather Service has announced a severe thunderstorm warning for
several trees and power lines down over here between Belchertown and Palmer as well. So the damage reports are pouring in.
Again, this is NEMA State Control. The National Weather Service has announced a severe thunderstorm.
Can we get a round of applause in the chat for meteorologist Andy Hill? That was a great y'all watch, a great early call out there on that tornado warning, or the tornado in Massachusetts. That was on the ground unwarned for a period of time there. Yeah, so that storm's going to continue to go on over towards Boston. Do we have anybody watching in Boston? Anybody? Okay, well, we're going to stay on the air as the storm comes over towards you. We're also going to be watching the storms approaching Newbury, Lawrence, Portland. We're going to be watching these storms kind of move through portions of Delaware, southern New Jersey as well. And then whatever remains of these storms in North Carolina and Virginia, we'll track these for a while as well. But hopefully, at some point here in the future, things will start calming down. But honestly, the storms are going to get stronger the farther east they go, especially with the damaging wind aspect. So I'm concerned about the Boston area especially. Check this out. This is speaking of Delaware, this is in Delaware. Nice drone shot. The winds are starting to pick up there. You'll get a strong storm a little bit later. Looks like a little bit of flooding down there in Davidson County, North Carolina. Nice lightning shot from Sarah in Maine. And look at that shelf cloud from Suffolk County, New York, from Aden. All right, we've got an update from meteorologist Andy Hill. Go ahead.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I see that bookend there that is still tornado warned northeast of Worcester now in Massachusetts is trying to spin up a tornado again. We don't have a debris signature on that yet, but with a signature like that, I bet we may see one on the next scan that comes in. So definitely be taking shelter in Hudson and perhaps expect an extended tornado warning with this sort of situation here that would include parts of Middlesex County further east like West Concord and Lincoln.
Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill, bringing us back to this area here now, east of Boylston, north and east of Worcester and Shrewsbury. Still in that existing tornado warning, but you can see just in the past couple of frames, we've had an increased area of pretty tight rotation come together here between Clinton and Berlin. If that holds together, we'll likely see another tornado warning here. Maybe that'll include Maynard and Acton this time. You guys are not under one right now, but it's something to consider. But yeah, definitely be watching out. Stay in your safe spot if you're in Berlin, Browns Corner, Gleasondale, Stowe, Boxborough, Brockway Corner, or Hudson. Tornado warning remains in place for 18 minutes. And check out all these people in Ocean County, New Jersey, still out and about as that strong storm approaches. More shelf clouds from Bobbins. This is another shot from Rockingham County, New Hampshire, as the big storm comes in. And this is from Wichita, Kansas the other day.
This is Maine State Control. The National Weather Service has announced this severe thunderstorm.
We almost went live this day,
Southern Worcester,
but that was about like the only storm that was going on that day.
South Central Middlesex County, and Eastern Hampton County until 5:30 p.m. Again, this is Maine State Control. Severe thunderstorm warning for Southern Worcester County, Norfolk County.
Here's some more damage. This is from Laura in Westfield, Massachusetts. Once again, decent-sized trees and tree limbs coming down with this stuff. Some of the strongest winds are moving into Southborough and Marlboro right now. More shelf cloud action. And Jacob's got some really ominous-looking clouds coming into Hamden County, Massachusetts. Guys, thank you so much for sending stuff in over there at ryanhaulyall.com/submit. 17 minutes remain on our tornado warning. We also have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. A severe thunderstorm warning for Tolland County, Connecticut, Windham County, Connecticut, and Hamden, Middlesex, Norfolk, and Worcester counties in Massachusetts for the next hour. That now includes Framingham, Franklin, and Northbridge, Milford, Oxford, and Webster. And we're talking about 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds riding across I-90 over the next hour, so get ready for that. Another place that's about to get plumb smacked by some really strong winds here is Mansfield down here in Connecticut. Mansfield and Putnam. You can see we've got a little bit of a bowing segment here. Some stronger winds are going to try to funnel over Interstate 84 into the Mansfield area, so get ready for some damaging winds. We had a damage report come in just west of Hartford earlier. Power lines down, and a tree is down through a house. So that's the kind of winds that are coming into Mansfield right now. Still got a severe thunderstorm warning up here in Paris and Lewiston, but that's actually going to expire in a few seconds. We'll see if they issue anything new for Augusta. But just know the storm's coming towards you next. And then in Boston, we've got a little bit before the storm gets there, but we're watching it.
Call 114 Juniper Hill. Reported wires in the roadway.
Sorry, I'm just looking at all the different options here.
6 following.
Southwest KCA 761629.
Is it going to avoid Providence? No. I think that Providence, Rhode Island, you guys will get a strong storm here within the next hour or two. I don't know how strong it'll be by the time it gets there. We'll know more in about 30 minutes. Stay tuned. We will let you know as soon as some solid info comes in. Hey, Cameron, thank you so much for the super chat. The sky is starting to get dark here in Providence. Yeah, it's going to keep getting darker. We'll have a strong storm go through there in about 2 hours. It's coming. So if you're just now tuning in, we are watching these storms go through the northeastern portion of the United States. We've got multiple reports coming in of widespread wind damage, including multiple trees, poles, and wires down across several roads, especially in Massachusetts. That's where most of the damage reports are coming in from right now. Yeah, pretty much everybody in Massachusetts is at some point going to get hit by a storm. A lot of the state has already been hit, so if you haven't been hit yet, just know it's coming. The strongest part of the storm is probably going to go right into Boston here soon. Next in line is Lexington and Waltham. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning still in South Carolina. I know we got some people watching down here. We got 12 minutes left on this in Pickens County, South Carolina. Coming into the town of Pickens and Liberty here very shortly. And then in Connecticut and Massachusetts, once again, 500,000 people still in the path of 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. Next in line is Auburn, Oxford, and Webster, then Northbridge, then Milford, Franklin, and Framingham. So, yeah, this is the strongest part of the storm by far that's coming into Boston right now. That's why we're kind of hyper-focused on it. It's not just because, we got such a high population over here. These are our most intense storms right now. Here's what the storm looked like as it was coming into Marlboro in Massachusetts from Jeff. Thanks for that. Jordan Pike is out there watching in Chesterfield County, Virginia. There's some storms out there around Richmond. I've seen a couple of requests to look at those, so let's do that real quick. Yeah, most of this is below severe limits. There's a decent little storm going south of Richmond right now near Petersburg. I'll try to give you a glimpse as to what that looks like. This is what it looks like on the ground out there near Richmond, Virginia right now. That's going to go up towards West Point. So we'll see this kind of stuff off and on throughout the afternoon here around Richmond. There's a similar situation up here near Washington, D.C. There's a decent storm that's just to the west of town that might try to come through D.C. here soon. That's got a little bit of hail with it. If you're in Warrenton, you know all about that. But the reason we're stuck up here in Massachusetts is because we've got one tornado warning on the board, and that's for Marlboro, that area in Middlesex and Worcester counties in Massachusetts for the next 10 minutes. Wow, check out this setup. Now that is a weather cave. We got the big stream up. We got WeatherWise up on another monitor. And do I see a dedicated monitor for RyanHallYall.com? Very cool. And here's another shot from Allison in Maine. Thank you so much for sending this stuff in to RyanHallYall.com/submit. And once again, if you want to follow along on your own radar, you can download a radar app. State of the art. WeatherWise. iOS, Android. There's a link in the description. It's free. Oh, what's this? Okay, there's a little bit of rotation there. This was near Springfield, Massachusetts earlier. Adrian, thank you for sending that in. Let's check that out again. Yeah. God, you guys have some crazy setups. This is from Matt in Rhode Island. And some more damage there. This is from Hampden County, Massachusetts. Amber, thank you so much for sending that in. Here's a time lapse from Dennis in Newington, Connecticut. That's cool. I got to watch that again. Dennis, thanks for sending that in. Seven minutes remain on our tornado warning in Middlesex and Worcester counties in Massachusetts. 39 minutes remain on this severe thunderstorm warning for Essex, Middlesex, and Suffolk counties in Massachusetts. This includes the northern side of Boston. So get indoors and away from windows in Lexington, Waltham, Woburn, North Reading, Danvers, and all these places. I'm probably saying slightly wrong, and it's probably annoying to you. I do apologize. Another report's just now coming in. Large tree down on Bailey Road, making it impassable. Bailey Road is impassable north of Worcester. Woburn, I will remember that I will remember that for a little bit. Yeah, there's still a couple of areas of rotation embedded in this line of, the part of the line that's coming into Boston. That's why they've got that tornado possible tag on there. We'll see if some of these littler spots of rotation might lead to a tornado warning. Right now, the main thing that you've got to be concerned about in Essex, Middlesex, and Suffolk counties is just getting indoors and away from windows. Worcester. I'll get it right one of these years. We've got reports of multiple complete road blockages west of Worcester. Here's a report from downtown area. This is trees down on Ruthven Avenue. Probably didn't say that right either.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's
Oh, hush.
with the Capital.
Sorry, that wasn't your ad. That was my ad. I accidentally shared it with you.
See CapitalOne.com for details.
Still not over.
21 R. Jones Road. Mail party has fallen.
Okay, we're listening in now to the Worcester scanner. So we'll see if we can hear any of these reports coming in real time. And by the way, I know we got a ton of people watching in Texas right now because we've been talking a lot about Texas today. I'm just kidding. But now we're going to start talking about Texas a little bit because we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Kinney and Val Verde counties in Texas. This is Brackettville and Spofford. Highway 90. Get ready for some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming through. Is there anybody watching from Texas? We had a pretty big storm go through just north of Dallas yesterday. Three minutes remain on our only remaining tornado warning right now. Matthew Mello, no problem. Thank you for the super chat. Wow, we do have a lot of people watching from Texas. How about that? Hey, well, we got you covered. Check this out. This is from Jaden O. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see the rotation really good in that video. This is from Jaden O in Worcester. Wow. Yeah, so that was a little bit earlier. Just got another report in, by the way. Large tree on power lines on Beverly Road in Worcester. So that was submitted by an emergency manager. Another video from Jordan. This is in New York of the intense storm as it came through. Around 2:15. Another shot from Laura in Massachusetts. We've got somebody at the Philadelphia airport to see updates on severe weather that may affect my flight. Well, this whole system is kind of around that area, but the one place that we really haven't had to dive into is specifically in Philadelphia. So if you're flying west, you're probably fine. I mean, if you're flying east, maybe there's a little bit of a delay that might have to happen there. But for the most part, Philadelphia is fine. The strongest storms are moving past you now. Now, one thing that might happen is this big cluster back here might kind of ride over the area tonight and cause some flooding problems, but you'll probably be out of there by then. Check out this live shelf cloud in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Yeah, so this is the storm that's coming out of the Dover area. Not severe warned, but definitely looks cool. Our tornado warning in Massachusetts has been allowed to expire. We now shift our main attention over to Boston with that severe thunderstorm warning for 1.2 million people in Essex, Middlesex, and Suffolk counties in Massachusetts for the next 30 minutes. Yeah, the damage reports keep coming in from the Worcester area.
With Progressive, it's easy to...
Unconfirmed report of structure fire to a detached garage on Main Street, allegedly caused by a lightning strike. That's in the Shrewsbury area. So lots of damage reports coming in there. The storm's not over. It's still pouring rain. It's still, you're still right in the thick of it. And that's going to be the case probably for the next 15 minutes at least. Yeah, Greensboro, North Carolina. You guys, if you're hearing the thunder and stuff, it's just another one of these storms that's going to dump a bunch of rain. There's not anything severe going on over here. This will eventually make it over there to Raleigh, but I think flooding is going to be your main concern with this. Yeah, in Worcester, too, we got scanner traffic indicating multiple instances of trees and power lines down. One specific report mentioned a large tree in the middle of the road, and another noting wires pulled and snapped. So that's like all we're hearing from that area. Here's another setup from Brad in Essex County, Massachusetts. Very cool stuff, y'all. Golly, another one. What in the heck? This is like a thing up here in the Northeast. People have incredible battle stations. Here's that severe thunderstorm warning in Texas again, which is going to go on for the next hour for Brackettville.
Engine 1 fire, let me show us the service to Paxton.
3181.
Receive engine 1 en route. 1648.
We're listening to the Spencer area fire and EMS. That's what we're hearing. Yes, Charlotte, North Carolina, you guys are about to get hit pretty hard by a downpour. It's still not severe. Same thing for you guys in Greenville, South Carolina.
Sir, I still have an open line with this party. He is not talking to me. I can hear him breathing sporadically. I'm unable to reach the ambulance on the radio.
All right, so we'll come back to that if they start talking about storm damage some more. But once again, the vast majority of what we're hearing is trees down, power lines down, stuff like that. Yeah, the storm is starting to hit the northwest side of Boston right now. There's also a decent storm getting ready to come into Delaware over there near Smyrna. I'll check this out. This is from Southampton and Hampshire County in Massachusetts. Are you filming this like outside? Oh no, I see the glass. Okay, you're okay, buddy. Just stay with me, man. You're inside. Yeah, this is a pretty intense storm. I thought somebody was just standing on the side of the hill here.
Oh, maybe we should be the base.
Taking a break from fishing.
Oh, no, I can't.
I don't know what kind of structure you're in, but you've got an incredible view there. And here's another one from Adam. Another setup. Got the RyanHallYall.com pulled up. Very cool. All right, so let's go through these severe thunderstorm warnings one by one. Boston, you guys still have a very strong storm on the way. It's about to hit North Reading, Woburn, Lexington, Waltham, and Newton right now with 60-mile-per-hour winds. We still have that tornado possible tag, but the rotation is not as robust as it once was. In Connecticut and Massachusetts, we're watching this storm coming out of Southbridge and moving towards Franklin right now. Next in line, Westboro, Northbridge, Uxbridge, Milford, and Webster. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail. That's what's possible with this as it moves east towards 495 over the next 39 minutes. Now, a little bit farther south, we officially have a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Rhode Island now, specifically Providence County, Rhode Island, just still west of the town of Rhode Island, but still over here near Putnam and Killingly. You guys are about to get hit by 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail. Then that's going to go into Rhode Island. Back up into New Hampshire. That is a watch. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Here's another warning in Maryland, Kent County, Maryland. 8 minutes left on this one. And then we've got that warning in Texas, severe thunderstorm warning for Kinney and Valverde counties in Texas for the next hour. We've got 8 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning in Virginia. And that's pretty much it. That's what we've got going on right now. So we're going to continue to watch our storm come into Boston. Man, we normally have more cameras than this in Boston, but it looks like some of them are down today. Bobby's got a tree down. Bobby, thanks for sending this in. This is from Boylston or West Boylston, Massachusetts. You can see a big tree down on the Yoda there. I bet that truck's just fine. Adam, thanks for sending that in. Once again, y'all, if you want to send in photos and videos, only do so if you can do so safely. But try out our new website, RyanHallYall.com/submit. One day we'll put it into an app. That's harder than a website. We're one step at a time. One step at a time. The first step is the website, right? Yep, some of the stronger winds are about to move into Woburn right now and North Reading. And then once this part of the storm gets out to sea, the vast majority of our severe weather threat is going to be mostly over at that point. We're going to stay on the air for a little while. I don't know how long. At some point, I do got to go because I'm actually going to get on a. I don't know exactly when, but at some point in the near future, I'm getting on a plane and I'm going to Huntsville, Alabama, where I'm going to be a panelist for the National Weather Association's, the NWA's yearly conference. There, if you look up the National Weather Association YouTube channel, they've got a YouTube channel, and the whole thing's going to be live streamed. It's a cool conversation between digital people in the digital meteorology space and the traditional space, and then like kind of like the government level. And if you're a weather nerd or if you're in the industry, it's probably going to be something that you would be really interested in. A Matthew Mello. Is this somebody that submitted through the site, Jared, or is this something that you added? Matthew Mello through X. Okay, sweet. So we've got a live camera thanks to Matthew in Rhode Island, so we can see that storm coming through. Yeah, the weather, the radar app that I use, it's called WeatherWise. Weather intensity score is currently at a 64.4, largely being held up by this warning in Boston for 1.2 million people here. Strong winds are coming through Woburn right now. Danvers, you guys are next in line. Here's what it looks like in Elliott, Maine. This is from Carolyn Wolf. Thank you so much for sending this in, Carolyn. I would imagine that there's a pretty gnarly looking shelf cloud in Boston right now. I don't know if it's hard to see or what, but there's a decent that kind of Boeing line segment moving into town. You probably see it from Dorchester, Milton, Lynn, Salem. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in New Jersey. So this is another one that's eventually going to come up towards the Toms River area. It's going to go over the Pinelands National Reserve. Atlantic, Burlington, and Camden counties in New Jersey are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is what it looks like. Not that. Courtesy of a traffic camera out there in Winslow Township. So yeah, that one's probably going to go up towards Toms River again. Yeah, put that in there, Jared. That'll be good. Here's another submission from John. John of the Shred. This is in also in Massachusetts, showing the storm coming through, but also a nice look at the setup here. It looks like a music producer. What do we got here? My band is playing a show tonight at the Raven. Well, sweet. Hope the power's on and everything, and that goes smoothly. Thanks for tuning in. Way cool for you to be on that panel. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to be happy to be there. I'm excited to talk, and hopefully it's productive, and it's going to be it'll be good. So here's that. Here's the flyer for that. Integrated Warning Team and Digital Meteorologists Collaboration Forum. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. James Spann's going to be there. Got Max Velocity, Matt Lanza. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. Once again, here's that severe thunderstorm warning in Atlantic, Burlington, and Camden counties in New Jersey. Oh, yeah, we all love James Spann. Spann's the man. I'm ready for a big snowy nor'easter. Hey, me too. I think we will be talking to each other a little bit more than usual this year. If you haven't watched our winter outlook, you know, we went a little crazy with it. But I think that we are going to see the return of it, at least a couple of big nor'easters this year. It's been so long. The reason why I haven't figured out how to say these town names properly yet is because since I started my channel, there haven't been very many nor'easters that have been worth like going live for. You know what I mean? There was a couple, like literally when I first started the channel, 4 or 5 years ago, some of my first ever live streams were up here. But since then, like we've been in a drought, man. Oh, here's a cool view. Look at how quick the clouds are moving here. This is in Kennebunk Beach, Maine. It's real time. Can we look at Hawaii and the hurricane coming? Absolutely. Let's do that real quick. Right after we take a look at the radar one more time here, because we have a tiny little area of rotation we're keeping an eye on here. Just want to make sure you guys know between North Wilmington and Tewksbury and Middlesex and Essex counties in Massachusetts, nothing to freak out about, but definitely make sure you're indoors and away from windows and are prepared to take shelter just in case there's a tornado warning that comes out of this. There's a little bit of rotation here. It's unwarned. We're watching it go up towards Interstate 93. This is north of Boston, okay? Also, downtown Boston, you're about to get that wall of 60-mile-per-hour winds here. Get ready for it in Somerville and Danvers, Malden. It's coming. And then let's really quickly go check out the hurricane. And I'm going to show you how to do that on WeatherWise because I haven't shown any tutorials today on that yet. So come over to the WeatherWise. All right, you guys have it. You got it downloaded. You've got your WeatherWise app open in your Android phone, your iPhone, whatever. It works on everything, even in your web browser in weatherwise.app. When you first open it up, it's not going to look exactly like this, but you can tweak your map settings. You can make it look different. If you have WeatherWise Plus, you can hit one button and go into y'all mode, and it will automatically look exactly like mine. If you like my map style, if you like our color tables and stuff, it's just something extra for the people who subscribe to Plus. It's not required, but it'll look just like this. If you turn on y'all mode over here. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's look at the satellite. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to satellite. I'm going to come down here to the selector and go to goes west. All right. And then honestly, that first sector covers us pretty good. So I'm going to zoom in here. This is Hurricane Kiko. I can play the satellite loop. Man, look at the eye. It still looks so impressive. Still a category 3, 121 mile per hour winds, 954 millibars with our pressure there. It's a very compact storm. It's a little storm with a huge eye. It looks kind of crazy on satellite here. It's expected to continue to be a major hurricane through the rest of the night. Maybe tomorrow we'll see this get down there into the category 2 status. But even over here near Hawaii, it's expected at this point to remain a category 1. Now, the good news is some of the recent model runs have shown this to be a little bit more north. A few days ago, we were thinking this was going to go right through Hawaii, but now it's looking like it's going to go somewhat significantly north of the island. But we're still going to have tropical storm impacts, at least to some degree, maybe over there near Honolulu over the next couple of days. As the storm weakens, it's going to get larger. So if it were to stay category 3 hurricane the whole way, it probably wouldn't affect Hawaii at all. But as the wind field increases, we'll see some slight impacts around Hawaii, but it's not looking like it's going to be anything crazy at all, thanks to the fact that it's going north. Something else that they added on WeatherWise recently is spaghetti models. Okay, so you can just literally click one button, and now you can see the entire GEFS suite here of all the different spaghetti plots. So this is just a bunch of different models showing different variations of where the storm could go. There's a couple of members still getting closer to Hawaii, but the vast majority of them show staying north of the island. So that's interesting. And all this is free, okay? Like the satellite and the spaghetti models, the radar. And that's WeatherWise. Now, one thing, I don't know how to turn the spaghetti. Oh, you just click them and you hit hide. Okay. I don't know how to turn them off, but yeah, it's that simple. Fascinating. So that's Hurricane Kiko. There was a system that we were watching in the Atlantic, but honestly, it's kind of fallen apart. There was a 90% probability that we were going to have a tropical depression or tropical storm, Gabrielle, but that's rocketed down to what? Is it 30% now? 20%. So this is just completely gone away here. Let's switch our satellite view over to goes east, Maine development region, and you can see that there's just not a lot going on out here like we originally thought there might be. If you look at where the storm was and climatology, you would expect that this would go plumb wild on its approach to the Lesser Antilles, but our current setup doesn't suggest that anymore. So we don't even have. It's very likely that this won't turn into anything. So we're still pretty quiet over here in the Atlantic for right now. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning, so let's get back into that real quick. This is going to be for the Boston area again. So, I mean, we just had a severe thunderstorm. We already had a severe thunderstorm warning, but they They issued another one. This one goes past Boston. It does include Gloucester, if I'm saying that right. And then we got a severe thunderstorm warning in Georgia as well, north and west of Macon. Jasper, Jones, and Monroe counties in Georgia is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Right around Forsyth. None of these cameras work. Oh, that one does. This is what it looks like down there in Georgia. It's raining. Here's what it looks like in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, thanks to this photo from somebody. I don't know if your name is Nan or if that stands for not available. Here's a really cool view of the strong storm coming into Framingham in Middlesex County, Massachusetts. You can see that big shaft of rain and a little bit of hail coming in there from Rhett. Thank you, Rhett, for sending that in. Another one from Aiden here in Maine. And another really cool shot of a shelf cloud coming in from Trevor. And here's another weather-wise setup from Dan in Virginia. Julia from Belmont sending this in from Middlesex County, Massachusetts. And wow, very cool time lapse via drone, a drone hyperlapse of the storm rolling into Nottingham, New Hampshire. Let's see that again. Man, I wish we would have set up the site years ago. Thank you guys so much for sending in all this cool stuff. Wow, this is what it looks like in Boston. That's one heck of a shelf cloud. I knew we had one out there. Can we see it through this camera? Yeah, I think you can see it just a little bit in the distance there. This is the one over here closer to Rockport. We'll probably see it better as it gets closer. But that's from Zachary T. Thanks for sending that in, Zach. Here's another one from Brian in Boston. Yeah, I'm telling you, some great shots of a shelf cloud in Boston right now. Downpour in Kennebec County, Maine from Nancy. Thanks, Nancy. Here's Chris underneath the shelf in Boston, Suffolk County. Send stuff into ryanhaulyall.com/submit, y'all. Oh, this is awesome. Birthday miracle is Ryan's biggest fan is watching his stream while opening her birthday presents. Happy 14th birthday. Happy 14th birthday. Thank you so much for sending this in. This is awesome. What a coincidence that we go live on this day of all days in this area. Very rare thing on your birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, one more round of applause for meteorologist Andy Hill. He's heading out for the day, but he absolutely killed it today. I think, we had probably, 15,000 people watching whenever that unwarned tornado was on the ground. Andy called it out before the warning was even issued, so hopefully we helped some people out there. Here's some more damage. This is coming in from Stowe in Massachusetts. So that's pretty close to Boston. So, you know, Lynn, Salem, Danvers, this is what's coming to you right now. Wow, look at this. Shot of the storms as they were first forming there from Mason. This is in Massachusetts. Very cool stuff. Wow. That's a cool shelf cloud coming into Wells, Maine. Lucas is sending that in. And we've got Mila watching from Todd County, Minnesota. We did like 5 or 6 streams in a row from Minnesota. So I know we got some people that are watching up there. But it's been a while since we've done any live streams over here. So we can go live in Minnesota for a tornado warning that has, what, like 30,000 people in the polygon. And we will have 30,000 people watching. Over here in the Northeast, we go live for 8 million people in the polygon, and there's 15,000 people watching. So I really do think that it's just like we don't go live very often over here, so it's not something that people think about, I guess. There could be 2 people inside of a polygon in Tennessee, and there's 100,000 people watching. Here's another shot of that impressive shelf cloud from Mark Gordon in Boston. We need to let more New Englanders know about you. I think that this winter we're gonna get familiar. I really do. Our winter live streams I think they're awesome. You know, winter storms can be really dangerous, but those live streams are a little bit lower stakes. We're not like hooting and hollering about tornadoes. A little bit more fun to do. And we also have like a lot of cool resources that we're able to use to relay useful information. So I'm looking forward to some winter stuff. More damage from Emily. This is in Hillsborough County, New Hampshire. Hillsborough County, New Hampshire. This is from Danny W. in Chesterfield, Virginia. Another awesome setup from Laura in England. Plymouth, England. Dang, dude. Another very cool setup from Alexis in North Carolina. Ellie in Michigan. You guys have some really cool stuff. This is what it looks like in Cambridge, Massachusetts. This is from Joe. That's shelf cloud once again that everybody's seeing right now. Rose got a view of it underneath it. We've got the stream up in the living room here, and our 2 analysts. These guys. That's awesome. Meg, thanks for sending that in. And once again, y'all, ryanhallyall.com/submit. You can see, this is downtown Boston. You can see, I don't know why, but we're surrounded by some scaffolding here. It's blocking our view a little bit, but you can see the storm coming in from the left there a little bit. You can see the shelf a little bit better from this camera, which is farther away. And this is what that looks like on radar right now. So the strongest part of the storm is going to go north of downtown Boston. It's really moving into the Rockport area, Essex, Manchester by the Sea. Danvers and Salem's getting hit pretty hard right now by that. This is in Norfolk County, Massachusetts. Chris P is showing us another view of that shelf cloud as it comes in. You guys probably got about 15 minutes, maybe a little bit less than that. Here's what it looks like underneath the storm there in York County, Maine. This is from Chrissy. And Kyle's got us another view of this shelf cloud. Man, if we ever need to see a daggone cloud or a tornado or anything in the future, we are definitely going to be able to see it. We've always like encouraged people to send in photos and stuff, but the barrier of having to go through X or Twitter or like send an email, I guess, was a lot because we've gotten hundreds of really good stuff. And honestly, this is going to help so much, especially during like bigger events. PGL, thanks for sending this in from Everett, Massachusetts. Weather intensity score is down to 52.67. 67. 52.67. Special weather statement continues between High Point and Asheboro for the next 39 minutes. Special marine warning is in effect out here east of Boston over the water. And yeah, we got a bunch of special weather statements out here south and east of Richmond and in South Carolina. If you're hearing thunder out there, it's nothing severe. If you're in the Carolinas, it's just some garden variety stuff moving through. Just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Bristol County, Massachusetts, Middlesex, Norfolk, and Plymouth, Worcester counties in Massachusetts, and also Providence, Rhode Island. This includes Brockton. About 1 million people. About 1 million people are about to get hit by this storm. We've got a front row seat here thanks to Matthew Mello's live weather cam. So this is right there near Woonsocket, Rhode Island. So we'll see what this storm looks like as it goes through here. And that's pretty much what you'll expect in Franklin as well. And this is what it looks like on the interstate 295 there, just south of Woonsocket. And this is what it looks like in Boston as that storm's just about to come through. Once again, the strongest part of the storm is going to go north of Boston, more towards this camera up there, north and east of Boston, near Rockport. But yeah, you can see it pretty good there. Here's a shot from Mark G in Boston. So yeah, the rain is about to officially start in the downtown Boston area. You get one more. We're watching every single corner, son. We got Boston, Rhode Island, We got everything covered here, son. Can you look into Florida? I mean, I could, but there's not really anything going on in Florida other than like normal Florida stuff. You know what's crazy? Like storms like this, anywhere else would have at least special weather statements, but like this is so common in Florida. It's just like, there's not even like, let's not even tell anybody about this. These are just really heavy downpours. We're not talking about, you know, damaging winds very much with any of these, or even very large hail. But yeah, definitely some gully washers going on down there in Florida. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in Georgia that's going to go on for 19 more minutes. Out here in Jasper, Jones, and Monroe counties. So there's that. 19 minutes remain on this severe thunderstorm warning over here in Texas for Kinney County. But all of the action is still up here in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. And once these storms make it out over the ocean, that's going to be pretty much it. Gully washer. Yep. That's the official term. Michelle's watching from Middlesex County, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for sending that stuff in, y'all. Here's what it looks like out there near Rockport, Massachusetts. You can see our storm coming in there. We're about to get overtaken by rain here shortly. It's still not raining at this camera that we have in Boston, but it's about to. It's about to take over here as well. And we still don't have rain in Woonsocket, but that's probably going to change here. I mean, like this camera's right on the doorstep of the actual storm coming in. Hey, Ryan, have you ever been like, oh, there's never going to be a tornado on this storm, and then like a few minutes later, there's a tornado forming on that exact storm? Yeah, 100%. The tornadoes are still very much unpredictable. We're getting better at it, obviously. Everybody involved. But like whenever you cover as many tornadic systems as we do, that happens, that's going to happen. And then there's also instances where we're like, this is definitely going to produce a tornado, and then it doesn't. That happens to, you know, us. It happens to your local TV weatherman. Probably less because, you know, a lot of times the local people only cover the tornado warnings in their area. And how often is there even a tornado warning in a certain area? Sometimes we are live, you know, 5 days in a single week talking about hundreds of tornado warnings across America. All right, I think this camera's about to get plumb smacked. Weather intensity score is at a measly 49.9. 49.9. And there's still 10,000 of yous here. Our last stream was on July 28th. So from July 28th till now, we've just been sleeping. No, not really. I had another kid, and we've been working hard on, like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and talk about everything we do behind the scenes, but it feels good to be live again. Hopefully we won't have to go live again for anything super serious, but if we have to, we are ready to go. Oh, I got to show you guys something else that we've got. If we ever get a hurricane, and, you know, hopefully we don't have to use them this season, but if we get a hurricane, we have some really cool stuff that we're going to use. These things right here. So this right here is a camera, a live streaming camera, that inside of this box, there's a battery that will last for a couple days on a single charge. There's a router that'll keep us connected to the internet, and all kinds of fun stuff to where we can literally strap this to a tree or a light pole or whatever and have it be there during a hurricane and not have to have somebody literally there in 20-foot storm surge or whatever and watch it live. We've got a bunch of these things, and they're ready to go. They're ready to deploy. And the next hurricane landfall that we have, we're going to be using these. And once again, hopefully this season continues to be quiet and we don't have to use them. But inevitably, there will be another hurricane. And we're going to have this to be able to show it. Yeah, these are the Dumaflachi 1000s. That's what we're calling them. The Dumaflachi 1000s, yes. Shed cam, 100% shed, pavilion cam, whatever you want to call it. And you can use these for tornado outbreaks too, I think. Yeah, you can if you know that they're coming. And if it's one of those days where, like, you've got 2 or 3 days to plan, you can definitely use these for tornado coverage as well. Potentially even, I mean, you could use it for winter storm coverage too, but the main thing that I think that they're going to be useful for is obviously tornadoes. I'm sorry, hurricanes. All right, we're starting to get hit by this storm here in Woonsocket. Next in line is going to be Cumberland, and then Foxborough. A stronger part of this same storm is hitting Franklin right now, and that's moving up towards Walpole in Massachusetts. Y'all cams. Oh man.
Massachusetts. And
Yalbot is on Twitter complaining about, it says, seeing complaints about weather alerts interrupting TV. Your safety is more important. Yalbot tweeted this. So Yalbot will read your all's tweets and tweet. Seeing complaints about weather alerts interrupting TV. Oh, I guess football. Your safety is more important than the game. These storms are producing real damage. We're watching this live on our stream. Get weather that won't wait. Oh, they finally issued a special weather statement down there in Florida. So Orlando, Florida is under a special weather statement now. I literally learned that from Yalbot just now. AI is taking my job. It's happening. This is what it looks like. Yeah, so a pretty decent storm out there with some gusty winds and some very small hail in Florida. Oh, here's the Doomaflachi sticker. We was thinking about putting these on the camera pods. Doomaflachi 1000 warning. If you're reading this, there's a tornado or a hurricane nearby and you should promptly get the hell out of Dodge. I think that's good to put on there. Don't forget Long Island. So the big storm that went through New York City is now moving through Long Island, but it's actually no longer a very big storm. There's no severe weather warnings or anything. There is still, a storm, though. You're definitely going to feel it if you're out there. This is what it looks like on Long Island right now. And that's what it'll continue to look like, but it's not severe. A stronger storm is currently taking place out here in New Jersey. I'm surprised we don't have some sort of severe thunderstorm warning for Lakewood Township or Wall Township, but these storms are going to make it over there towards the beaches here soon. Very strong storm coming through Maryland into Delaware as well. Like this right here is probably severe. You know what I'm saying? So get ready for that over there towards Dover. And although the severe threat technically is going down quite quickly, I would say, the flash flooding threat's going to increase as we go farther into the night. So we're going to see training storms. Southern New Jersey might actually be experiencing some pretty significant flooding tonight. Here's some more shelf cloud footage from Debbie in Massachusetts. Here's New Hampshire. This is Delkin. Thanks for sending that in. Whoa, Derek. This is in Holden, Massachusetts. Big time tree limb down there. So these storms were powerful today. Definitely worth the slight risk and the live stream. in my opinion. A couple of years ago, we wouldn't have went live for something like this, but it's our plan to go live more often. If you haven't noticed, we've been doing a lot more videos. We've been doing shorts. We've been doing more live streams, and we're just doing more because honestly, we just love what we're doing. And we're so happy that you guys keep showing up to watch, and hopefully we're providing some value for you, and we're just going to keep doing it more and more and more. Natalie says, my cat Bambi loves watching your streams with me. He watches the cars go up and down the highways for hours on the cams all the way from the UK. That's awesome. That's awesome. And we've had hundreds of these submit. I honestly am so excited to use the y'all cam or the camera submission thing during a big event. That we're going to get all kinds of submissions. I don't know if Frank and everybody behind the scenes is ready for it. There's going to be some moderation that needs to happen, but man, we've gotten some incredible shots today that I think we probably would we wouldn't have gotten with the old method, and maybe we would have accidentally overlooked it or something. So this is really cool. Oh, here's what it looks like in Delaware from West C in Kent County, Delaware. Another drone shot. Scanner reports are starting to be more flooding reports than wind reports. We've got multiple vehicles stuck in floodwater in Worcester. Got another cat. Waiting to hear about the weather around Philly tonight. I think you've dodged a bullet here. I think most of the storms are going to stay to your south and east. I don't think you've got too much to worry about tonight. There might be a couple of heavier downpours that hit much later tonight, but I think for the most part, we are A-okay. You can see the storm coming into Rhode Island here. You see a little bit of a shelf cloud there from this camera west of Providence. Oh, yeah. We got a couple of decent views in Rhode Island. So this is the severe thunderstorm that's coming into Harmony and Greenville right now. And this is the storm that will come through Providence. Yeah, I think one of the cool things about the submissions too is going to be the winter streams, like getting like real-time reports from pretty much everywhere of exactly how much snow is on the ground is going to be crazy. And we've made it really simple. I think the one thing that we need to add to the site is like right now, if you go to ryanhallyall.com/submit, you got to type your name and put in your location and stuff. Maybe there's a way that we can make it remember you. So you don't even have to, the second time you go to submit something, you don't even have to type all that in. Yeah, maybe like accounts. Yeah, and that way if you're sending like troll stuff, we can blacklist you and ban you too. Which, I mean, we could already do that, but make it a little bit easier. What are we watching? I just came from the weird winter update. What was weird about it? We're watching what's left of some severe weather that's going through the Northeast. We had a lot more activity earlier, but things are kind of winding down now. Got a weather intensity score still above 50. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning in Arizona for Yavapai County, Arizona, for the next 44 minutes. So that's about the most. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's happened here over the past 30 minutes. There haven't been very many new warnings. But man, there's some pretty intense storms going on across New Jersey. This will end up causing flash flooding, I think. Get ready for flash flooding in Toms River, Lakewood Township, down there to Hopewell Township, even around Dover, Delaware. I think that you guys could have problems with flash flooding for sure. Got a tiny little bit of rotation here with this part of the storm that's coming up towards Randolph as well. This is south of Boston. So downtown Boston, you're about to get hit again. Another round of heavy rain and wind is coming through right now. A lightning strike to an apartment building near downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee did this. Oh, yeah. Okay. The title of the winter update was "This Winter is Looking Very Weird." Okay. I thought that you were saying that the winter update was weird. Another setup there from Jesse in California, watching all the way from California. Check this out. We got another storm happening just south of Richmond, Virginia. And another insane setup from Colin. Plumb wild, y'all. It's plumb wild. I saw that, Frank. Oh, did we get another severe thunderstorm warning in Georgia? We sure did. Greene and Putnam counties in Georgia under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 26 minutes. There it was. We got a decent camera out here. Let's pull it up. Can't really see the sky, but you can see the lake there, Lake Oconee in Georgia. This is right next to the severe thunderstorm. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same lake where over the summer there was like 17 people, I think, that were struck by lightning. It was either this lake or a similar lake in South Carolina. But just another reminder, even though it's sunny here, technically this place that we're looking at, there could be a lightning strike that hits the water there or around the water because of how close we are to the storm. So just keep that in mind. If the thunder roars, go indoors. Yeah, so the submit website is going to be a huge asset and positive attribute to the stream. So I'm glad that you guys are interacting with that. And yeah, how many of you guys plan on tuning into the live stream tomorrow? It won't be on this channel. It'll be on the National Weather Association's YouTube channel. So I won't have a video tomorrow. I'll be on a plane, and then I'll be just in Huntsville, Alabama for a brief period of time. And then I don't think I can tell you guys why, but immediately after Huntsville, Alabama, I'm going to get on another plane and I'm going to go to Arkansas. And I'll tell you after I'm done in Arkansas what I did. But it's really cool. Super. One of the craziest things ever, really. But that'll be fun. Bobby, you got it. I don't know how you did, but that was what the heck? Yeah, we'll tweet it whenever the National Weather Association stream starts, but it's 3 p.m. Central. Yeah, it doesn't last very long. I wish it was longer. I feel like I could talk to these guys for a very long time. And like we'd come up with some cool stuff. Oops. My Zoom meeting with Andy ended because he hung up. How's the website coming along? So it's coming along. It's soft launched right now. If you guys want to go to ryanhallyall.com, you can. I haven't made like a big announcement about it really because it's not completely finished. But if you're still watching this stream at this point, you deserve early access. ryanhallyall.com. The latest video and live streams always going to be right here. You can keep up with the weather intensity score. You can see our daily outlook scores, see if we're doing a video tomorrow, live stream tomorrow, that kind of stuff. The coolest thing about the site though is if you click weather, this is like really cool. If you click on the weather page, this page live updates constantly. And it's just a lot of information about what's going on with the weather right now. Like if you go down here to scanner activity, YallBot is currently listening to all of the scanners in Massachusetts, right? And it's dissecting information that's like really useful. Like unconfirmed state police scanner traffic indicates multiple trees are down at the entrance of Indian Hollow Campground in Chesterfield, trapping approximately 50 campers inside. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. And Y'allbot will hear this communication long before your local news, long before anybody else, really, other than the emergency managers and people that are listening to that scanner feed. And then it takes that information and it condenses it into text and it puts it on this site in real time. If some fire department in Georgia was to say that he sees a funnel cloud right now, within seconds, we would see that pop up here. It's an incredible technology, and it's very expensive to run and to make that happen, but it's available for free here on RyanHallYall.com. And there's other, you can kind of like rummage around here and find some other cool stuff as well. Our weather intensity score, tropical tracker. So, we produce our own images and stuff around tropical storms. There's a lot of really cool stuff on here if you want to look around, but it's not finished. It's not complete. We're going to add to this as time goes on, and it'll be cool. So does it work everywhere in the U.S.? Yeah. So if you're talking about the scanner thing specifically, it's smart. So it knows where it should be listening to. So it's not listening to all scanners always. It's only listening to scanners where there might be something going on. So, and it's not like it's only listening to scanners where there's already been a tornado report. There's a lot that goes into it, but like it's listening to the right stuff at the right time, and then it puts it up here. What do you use to run Y'allbot? Just a computer? It's a lot of computers. Pretty soon we're going to do another weather house tour, and Y'allbot's brain essentially lives here at the weather house. It's a whole room full of computers, and it looks really crazy and futuristic. So we'll take you in that room in the next weather house tour. There's zero people in this severe thunderstorm warning over here in Kane County, Utah. Zero. Population, zero. Boston, your big burst of wind is coming through right now, and then it's over in the next 5 minutes. And then here's that storm in Georgia again. You can actually see it up there in the top right. Your channel, the tour? No, we probably won't post the weather house tour on this channel. It's kind of like a tradition to do it on somebody else's channel. I don't know. I'll post links and stuff to it whenever it's out. Maybe we'll put it on the Y'allbot channel. Yeah, it's possible. Speaking of the Y'allbot channel, since our weather intensity score is going down and our storm is pretty much over, we're probably going to wrap it up. And we'll send you guys over to Y'allbot, the Y'allbot channel, where Y'allbot will continue to cover the weather for infinity. Y'allbot never stops. And if you've ever watched the Y'allbot stream before, and I'll give it another shot because it's gotten even better. It's gotten cooler. There's more stuff that it does. So we'll send you over there, and hopefully we won't see each other again until we've got a big snowstorm. But unfortunately, we'll probably have at least one hurricane before hurricane season's over. So make sure you're subscribed, turn notifications on. I'll have another video Tuesday, as I'll be pretty busy over the next couple of days. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.